Today I wanna take you into the depths of psyche and how your psyche can guide you, or you control your psyche, which is intertwined one to another, and which can be, being psychic can be for some is gift, and that gift can guide them through their life, or for some, and at the same time for some, being psychic can be illness for some if they don't know how to work with it. My name is Melih. I'm a magician of my life, and I have, as a soul mission, I have this, I meant to deep dive into psyche, which starts with diving deep into my own psyche and the energies around me. And I know if you don't know, it's that you are the one who controlling your psyche, and at the same time your psyche is guiding you. You meant to keep those in balance. Either way, it's gonna be like curse, illness. You will know yourself as mentally ill, that can be right. Like, you mentally, if you don't control your mind, you can be known as mentally ill. And when you don't have control over your mind, which is your psyche is not over your control, either your soul, because your soul driven by your consciousness, your mind, and as much as you control your own mind, you control your psyche, and your psyche can guide you through the life and help you on your own journey of life. I've been learned this psychology in a good way, like hard but good, like the good experience. I have been revealed my psychic abilities of many, like there is many of it. I'm not specifically diving into that, this clairaudience, voyance, that's hearing, smelling. I'm not diving deep into. I might go into the depths for each in another space of video. But as my psyche revealed through my karmic soulmate brother, that I knew if I were to unlock and claim that psychic abilities earlier than I was meant to, earlier than the divine timing, before I know who I am, before I do the shadow work, before I cleanse the karma and step into my missions, I would go sick either. I would be ill either, psychically. And when you go to psychologists and tell them I have these experiences, which I will be doing that experiment too, when you go, you say I hear voices, I have smells, they give you 2 pills, 2 different medication, which one makes you sleepy, and like sleepy, soul-wise sleepy, puts your psyche in sleep, which your body get affected as side effect, you sleepy and needing rest, like blocking your third eye and intuition, your psychic side. The other one, which there is another medication which makes boost on your psyche in order you to discover your own psyche. It is quite similar, that medication quite similar to psychedelics, which is almost in the same form of psychedelics that you can connect with from the nature, and you let them you discover yourself in your own psyche. And I have experienced, like examples through me, I have experienced, as I have thought about something, as I have belief about something, that I can have in my dreams. Like I see future timelines, I see future events or connections in my dreams, but it doesn't mean that experience, the psychic experience, psychic activation showed me that event or that timeline, it going to happen 100%. Since I believe in that, and I have that conscious belief and thought about it, about something, and as I hold that thought, it through the subconscious bridge, it dives into unconsciousness and shows me that possible parallel reality, which as if I dreamed and I thought is already happening, which is already happening. That parallel reality in the infinity, in the space, that's already exists. But it does not mean through the time, as you get there, you will have that same exact experience. That is guiding you, but that guidance created by your mind. As much as you control your mind, the guidance comes through your psyche, your psychic abilities will be clearer, and you will know like whether it is guiding you, that's potential parallel reality. Do you really want to tune into that parallel reality and experience that, or you choose something else? You get to choose by the energy you put from your mind, and that guidance can be only filtered by your own consciousness. That psyche goes down to subconscious mind and pulls information from the unconsciousness and connects with any energy which is already exists in the space, whether that energy is somebody else, another soul, that experience, that place, that location, that you can tap into, tune into. But it does not always mean as you tapped into and connected with that energy and timeline, received that psychic activation, psychic experience, whether it is hearing or seeing, vision, having a dream, that knowingness inside of you, you create everything anyways. But you get to choose with your free will. You meant to choose that consciousness of thought, that dream, that reality you want to shift into and create, which is already there. You cannot change other energies. Well, you can change as much as you control your mind. You can control other energies, others' mind too, but they get the free will. And I experienced that. I have put certain energy into something, into a connection or some timeline, but whoever is also connected to that energy, whether it's work, it's timeline, it's event, whatever that experience is, whatever that energy is, if there is another souls connected to that, they will be putting their own consciousness, whether they are conscious or not, they project that energy, their energy, belief and thoughts into that energy. You can perceive that through your psyche, but that's their energetic projection. They don't even know that's what they projecting, and in this energy you will be connecting deep into your consciousness, which is unconscious mind, which where everything is already exists. Any parallel reality is already exists. As you tune into that frequency, that vibration, you attract that energy into you. But if that's not you, what you attracting, whether that energy or connection, which is in connection, there is like two-ended manifestation. But if there is more souls in that energy, that more souls connected to that consciousness will be shared one to another, in which you can pull your own guidance and information, wisdom from the unconsciousness that you were able to tap into, connect with other souls. you can connect any energy, anyone, without ever meeting them. Since nowadays we have this opportunity that I can open this portal. As I open this portal, it's gateway to my subconscious mind, where you connect. If you connect to it, we can be connected and dive deep into the unconsciousness and pull information that everyone needs it. At the same time, we creating that experience by projecting our energies and thoughts and beliefs. There is certain energies and timelines I know as I choose to, as I get to choose that parallel reality or that connection, potential connection, as I choose to tune in consciously, that I see that timeline. I know where I'm headed on my journey. I know there is like connections, even the timeline that's when I'm going to meet with them. Before I was deep down into this subconsciousness and unconscious mind, how it's connected to our psyche and all is in control on our minds. I was projecting so much energy to some energy cut off from there, some energy cut off there, some energy putting out, and that energy, the reflection of that energy from their soul was guiding me as I needed. But as I wasn't consciously choosing that projection of energy, I was it can be seen in west of energy, but whatever energy you put out, whatever thought you put out, the subconscious belief and conscious thought, having dream, is coming back around. Maybe not from that energy specifically, that certain energy or timeline, that energy in the space, and that energy that you radiate out already, whatever intentional connection that has to your heart, which I believe you meant to have this connectedness from your heart to mind, and that energetic exchange connection meant to be all the time flowing. Whatever you thought have, you meant to ground down to your heart. Whatever your heart saying, you meant to raise up to your mind and start attracting that energy, creating from there. And that intention, when already radiated outwards from your heart, is in the space, and universe already holds that energy for you. And whether you're conscious or not, you will be attracting through that heart what your heart frequency holds. You may not always putting out, radiating energy from the heart. That's mean whatever you put out, that's what you will be reflected back. And there is no way that you can push and create that connection, make that connection happen. Connection always happens. You put out energy, they put out some energy. That if that energetic flow, which is telepathy, stream of consciousness, energetic exchange, is in the flow, and you feel guided, your soul is guiding you to keep connected to that energy, whether this is timeline that you're creating, another timeline that you're creating by the thoughts, and you will be jumping into that parallel reality. Either it is connection or even both in the mix, that there is infinite numbers of parallel realities you can be creating. As much as you filter everything from the heart, not involve the ego, and in which your heart is connected to your mind, your guidance always will be clear as crystal. And you can trust. Your psyche, if you don't have trust, you have not done shadow work, your psyche will hunt you down, which is your own mind. You meant to be controlling your mind deep down into your mind and to your psyche, because whatever subconscious thoughts, beliefs, fears, if you have, that's what's going to be attracted into your life as an psychic experience and activation. And every time I intend, whenever I connect with other souls, I intend to call in information and wisdom from the unconsciousness for both sides in the connection. Maybe we will never be connected in this physical reality, but still we can still have that exchange of energy, tap into each other's Akashic records, which is in connection one to another anyways. If there is something in their Akashic record, and there is many reasons we attract each other, and Akashic, tapping into that Akashic record is already connected to our shadows, to our gifts, and guiding one to another from the unconsciousness. And if you consciously hold that thought and still at the same time still holding the love over the energy, over the shadow, over the connection, your guidance always lead you into the growth of your soul, and it will be same for other energies who is in connection with that energy too. That's it, my love. I really appreciate it for all the souls that I was able to connect with spiritually, energetically in astral realms, and exchange these guidances, these energies, these gifts, break and cleanse the cycles and curse that turns into a gift that we share one to another. And take care of your beautiful soul out there. Thank you for being part of this magic. I'm kissing you.